Okay, so we are going to start in comfortable seated position. Just bring your hands to your knees. Close down your eyes and start to focus on your breathing. Making your exhales just a tiny bit longer than your inhales. Send your breath all the way down into your belly. Take one more deep breath. And then let's start to bring the left hand to the right knee. Tent the right fingertips behind us. Just come into a gentle twist to start. Feel your core turning on. Let's come through center over the other way. Right hand to left knee, twist to the left. Come back into center. We're going to right away roll up over our ankles and come into tabletop. And we'll move through a couple cat-cows just to start to warm up the spine. So inhale, bring the chin up to the tailbone. Exhale, round out the spine, push the back up towards the ceiling. Going at your own pace, 2 more like this. And then start to sit your hips all the way back into child's pose. Reach your fingertips forward. Bring your forehead down. Rock your head a few times from side to side. And then let's come all the way back up through tabletop and just forward slightly. So your hips come forward. We're not dumping in through the lower back. You're just coming forward with the hips enough that you can feel your core turn on. And then send the hips all the way back to child's pose. Take a breath, come back up. Hips forward, feel the core. And then all the way back. Keep going back and forth between these two movements. You can match movement to breath if that feels good. Exhaling back into your child's pose. Inhaling, coming up, and hips come through. Let's go one more time. Also a bit of a warm up for the wrists. And then the next time you're back in your child's pose, just sit all the way down into it. Bring your forehead back down. Big breath here. We're going to carry on with this rocking motion, but the next time we rock forward. So inhale, come up. Take your left hand away, place your left foot where your left hand was. So you're kind of opening up into a side twist towards the left, and then back into your child's pose. You can move a little bit faster here if that feels good. Inhale, come forward, exhale, go back. We're doing 5 total on this side. Warming up the hip, opening up the spine. Switch sides right away once you've done your 5 on the left. Step the right foot up, right hand goes out to the side and overhead. And then sit back into your child's pose on your exhales. 5 on this side. And then sit back into your child's pose, take a big breath, bring your forehead down. Okay, we're gonna progress it a little more. So start to come back up on your inhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. So both hands stay where they are. And then back into your child's pose. Forward, left foot to the outside of the left hand. So getting a little bit more into the hip now that the leg needs to swing out to the side. 5 over here. And then switch to the right side. Right foot up to the outside of the right hand. Back into your child's pose. You can go as fast or as slow as you like. Choose your own adventure. Whenever you've done 5 per side, just sit back into your child's pose, take a big breath. Send your breath all the way down into your belly. Feel your belly expand between your knees. Start to come back up into your tabletop. We're going to do just a little bit more for the hips. So flex the left foot, take it into the air, and then we're going to open it up like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant, and then take the left knee, cross it behind the right knee. Just tap it to your mat. Take it out to the side, tap it down to your mat on the other side of the right knee. So you're just doing some internal and external rotation with the hip. 5 times over here. And then switch, flex the right foot, take it up into the air, knee out to the side, and then right knee back behind the left. 5 over on this side. Right knee comes back down beside the left, sit back into your child's pose. Take a breath. You can always bring your arms down by your sides in your child's pose if you want to give your neck some more space. Back in our child's pose. Come up to tabletop, and then we're going to come all the way up to tall kneeling. From here, let's take the right foot out to the side. So you want the heel of your right foot kind of in line with the left knee. Pelvis is coming forward, and then take your arms out into a T. It's going to be a little bit of core activation, so we're just tipping over like a teapot, reaching out, but not resting on the floor. Come all the way down, use your core to pull yourself back up. Just feel it start to engage. 2 more times on this side. And then the next time you come down, bring the left hand down. Right hand comes to the back of the head and pick up the right leg so it's parallel with the floor. Bend the right knee so your foot's back behind you. But then we're going to bring the knee to the chest, kick the right foot forward. and back. Kick forward, take the foot back behind you. A little bit more for the hips. 2 more times. Reach the right foot out to the side, place it back down. Come back up using your core. Bring the right knee back in beside the left. Take a big breath here. Let's do a few shoulder rolls up, back and down before we go to the other side. Switch directions, roll them forward. And then come back to neutral. Let's take the left foot out to the side. Same alignment, pelvis is forward, arms out in a T, and then reach the right hand down. Come back up. Tipping over, using your core to pull you back up to center line. One more time. And then let's go down. Leave the right hand on the ground. Left hand comes behind your head. Pick up the left leg so it's parallel. Bend the knee so the foot's behind you, and then take the knee into the chest, kick forward. Back, knee into chest, kick forward. 3 more times on this side. And then kick the left foot out to the side, place it back down. Come up into center, left knee back beside the right. We'll do a couple big shoulder rotations before we head into our first downward dog. So let's pick up the right arm first, take it slowly all the way up, back and down. We'll go 2 times, moving forward, and then switch 2 times going back. Try and keep your hips facing forward the whole time. Switch arms. And then reach your fingertips forward, tuck the toes under, come up into your downward facing dog, pedal up the feet. Take 3 big breaths. Get out all the movements that you need here in this downward dog. And then let's start to tiptoe to the top of the mat, fold forward when you get there. Grab onto the neck or opposite elbows and just sway a little bit from side to side. On your next inhale, release and start to slowly roll the spine up to stand. Take a big exhale when you get to the top. Inhale, reach the hands up overhead, look up. Exhale, dive all the way forward into your forward fold. Hands to shins, come up halfway, straight spine. And then bring your hands down, take the right foot all the way back behind you. So we're in a lunge. And then heel toe the left foot to the outer edge of your mat. So both of your hands are on the inside of your left foot. From here, in this lunge position, this is going to be a big stretch in the right hip. We're going to do 3 mini tricep push-ups. So just go as low as feels comfortable. Nice and slow. And then back up at the top. We're just going to kick the left foot all the way out to the side, take it back into plank. Hold here, feel your core. And then you can bring your knees down or not. We're going to lower all the way to the front of the body. Bring your hands slightly out in front. Pull through the finger pads, come up into your cobra. And exhale, back to the mat, take a breath. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Push up into your plank. And then we're going to bring the right hand into the center, roll into a side plank, and you can always, always, always do this from your elbow if this feels like it's too much. Take one more breath. Come back to plank, and then send your hips up into the air for downward dog. Take the left foot into the air behind you. Bend the knee, open up the hip to the side wall. You can do some knee circles here if that feels good. And we're going to rock forward, step the left foot between your hands at the top of the mat, so we're back in a lunge. And we're going to heel toe this left foot to the outside of the mat one more time. From here, bring the back knee down. And this is our lizard pose. So if this is too much for your hips, you can slide this left leg in and come into pigeon instead, whatever feels better for your body right now. If you don't feel much here, you can come down to your elbows, make it a little bit more intense. Or you could leave your right hand down, bring left hand to left knee. Use this to open up your chest for a bit of a twist. Wherever you are, take one more breath. And then we're going to start to make our way back up to a lunge. So heel toe the left foot closer into center. Pick up the back knee. And then we're just going to step forward into our forward fold. Let the head be heavy. Same thing here, you can grab opposite elbows and sway, or you can practice bending and straightening each leg, getting a little bit more into your hamstrings and your glutes. And then on your next inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Big exhale at the top. Take one more breath, center yourself. And then when your next inhale comes, reach your fingertips up to the sky. Fold forward on the exhale. Lift up halfway, straight spine. And then exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Take the left foot all the way back behind you. So we're here in our lunge. Heel toe the right foot to the outside of the mat. So both hands are on the inside. And we're going to do our 3 little slow tricep push-ups. From here, get strong in your hands. Kick the right foot out to the side, take it all the way back into plank. And then you can bring the knees down or lower slowly all the way to your belly. Bring the hands slightly up in front. Pull through the finger pads, come up into your cobra. Exhale, come back down, take a breath. Start to bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Push up into plank. Bring the left hand a little bit closer to center. Roll into your side plank on this side. Everything is stacked and strong. One more breath. And then turn back towards your mat, come into your plank, send your hips up into the air for your downward dog. Big breath. And then take the right foot into the air behind you, bend the knee, open the hip to the side wall. A couple knee circles here if you did that on the other side. And then we're going to step forward. Right foot comes between the hands at the top of the mat. Heel toe the right foot to the outer edge. Bring the left knee down. We're here in lizard, or you can go into pigeon. Whatever you did on the other side to help you feel balanced. If you open up the chest to the side and use your hand on your knee on the other side, you can do that now. When you're ready, start to make your way back into a lunge. Pick up the back knee, step forward and fold. Slide your hands under your feet, wiggle your toes, give yourself a bit of a hand massage. When you're ready from here, just start to heel toe your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Once again, we're going to sit hips all the way back into our Yogi Squat. So you can reach your fingertips forward for a little bit more of a stretch and release of the lower back. If all of this doesn't feel great for you, you can come straight to seated. Or you can bring some movement to it if you want to get a little bit more into your hips and bring your fingertips down in front of you and just rock side to side. When you're ready, let's come all the way to seated. We're going to take the right leg out, leave the left leg in. Right hand comes to the right shin or just on the inside. Left arm goes up and over, stretch out through the side body. And then start to turn your torso towards the right leg. Fold over the right leg. One hand on either side. Start to make your way back up. And we'll switch legs. So take the left leg long, right leg comes in. Left hand to the shin or just inside, right arm up and over. Turn your torso towards the left leg, fold towards your foot. And then start to come back up into center. Bring your feet just in front of you. And we're going to come down to our backs. Bring your feet as close in towards your bum as you can. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift the hips up, come into bridge, roll your shoulders underneath you. Press down through the elbows. Focus on your knees coming in together instead of out to the sides. One more breath. And then start to roll the spine slowly all the way back down. Bring the knees up into your chest. Rock a few times from side to side. From here, grab onto your left shin, pull it in towards you, take the right leg long down your mat. Start to make circles with the left shin, pulling it in towards your body, massaging out the left side. And then start to kick the left foot up into the air. Grab onto the hamstring, pull towards you just a little. And then we're going to turn this into a core exercise. So start to reach your hands farther up your legs so your shoulders come up off the mat. So your core is already engaged. We're in this kind of scissor kick position. Reach for your fingertips. Bring your hands back to your calf. And we're just going to start to rock back and forth, keeping your legs as they are. So this is kind of some sneaky core. The next time you rock up, bring your fingertips behind you to hold you there. Keep your left toes up to the sky, or a modification, you can bend the knee. And we're going to lift up the right foot right beside the left. Place it back down, pick up the right foot, back beside the left. 3 more times. You can always modify if you need to. Last one. And then bring the knees into the chest, roll back. Take a big breath here. And then grab onto the right shin, pull it in towards you, the left leg comes long and down your mat. Make a few big circles with the right shin against your body. And then start to kick the right foot up to the ceiling, grab onto the hamstring, pull towards you just a little. When you're ready, start to walk your hands farther up your leg. And then reach for your toes. Your shoulders are really high up off the mat. Hands back to your shin, and we'll rock back and forth on this side. Legs stay in this scissor kick position. And next time you rock up, bring your fingertips behind you. Right toes are pointed as high as you can, and then bring the left leg up to meet them. Three more. Last one. And then hug the knees in, rock back. You can stay with the knees in your chest, rocking side to side, or you can bring your feet up into your hands for happy baby. And then bring the knees back into your chest. Take your arms out into a T. Last little bit of core. Just take the knees, Side to side, just slightly, just enough that you feel your core turn on, but that it's not going into your lower back. Side to side. And then the next time your knees are over to the left, just bring them all the way down into a big spinal twist. Your arms can stay in that T shape and come up to cactus. Whatever feels best in your body. When you're ready, start to make your way back into center. Knees back up into your chest. We'll go a few times side to side. That same core activation. Just a couple times, and the next time your knees are over to the right, take it all the way down into your twist on the other side. Okay, let's start to make our way back into center. Have the knees in one more time. Start to extend everything out long. Reach your arms up overhead. Give yourself a big stretch. Bring your arms back down by your sides and coming into Shavasana, our final resting pose. You can always take your legs up the wall instead, which is my favorite way to end practice. You want to put your socks back on or your sweater. And then you start to bring yourself back to your breath. Making your exhales just a little bit longer than your inhales. when you are ready, start to bring a little bit of movement back into your body. Slowly roll to one side and push yourself back up to seated. When you get there, bring your hands back to your knees. We'll just make a couple really big head neck rolls. Just go 2 times in each direction, nice and slow. Then we'll do the same thing with the hips before we close practice. So just 2 big circles with the torso in each direction. Back to center, you can keep your hands on your knees or bring your hands up to your heart. Take a big inhale. Exhale, namaste. Thanks for practicing with me tonight. See you soon.